Hello! Long time no see! It's been a good long time since I filmed a video. I've actually been traveling. After graduation, my family and we went to Spain and Portugal for about 3 weeks, and then my mom and I stopped in Iceland on the way home. Then I just spent some time at home in Colorado, which was amazing and lovely, and then actually got to go to New Orleans for the first time in my whole life. I've never been there. I've always wanted to go because I'm a huge jazz fan, so I was really excited to check out New Orleans. My mom, who is a librarian, I love librarians, yay reading, had a giant conference there, and then I got to tag along, which was really fun. So I thought it'd be an interesting video to show you what I took, it's all right here, on my makeup, what I took on my trip, because I was gone for almost 2 months. Almost 2 months, and what is the makeup I took to survive. I lived solely off of what I have here for that long. So if that sounds interesting to you, then keep on watching. I am back from traveling, and I took, seems kind of extra, but you know, this is who I am. I took a fair amount of makeup with me. This is my travel kit. These are my makeup collection that I lived out of for 2 months. 2 months. And then also here are my brushes. So we'll kind of go through this and just show you what's in all my makeup bags. So I think we'll kind of start here. Well, I'll show you. I have this one little bag. It's my beloved Jack Wills makeup bag. I used to, before I became super extra, could fit all my makeup in just this bag. But then for my birthday last year, my friend gave me this little handy guy. It has a handle. This fits like perfectly in my little carry-on. It's a really nice, has like a harder side, so your makeup doesn't all get like broken. Although I did have some casualties, and I'll show you those. And it's really nice because this guy helps organize your makeup. So it unzips, and then it opens up kind of like this, and you have all your makeup stored in here. It's super dirty. I haven't cleaned anything at all, but so this is kind of your makeup container. And then in this guy, I had sort of like the miscellaneous things and liquids that needed to go in my checked bags. The big bag with all the powders and stuff, that was in carry-on. Did not let this get checked in the baggage because I was like, I'm not taking the risk. I want broken makeup. So I guess I'll start with this guy. So I'll show you my foundations. I felt like I was pretty good. I only took 4 foundations with me. 4. And I took them all for different reasons. And I'll show you. So these are the 4 foundations I took with me for my whole trip. Just these guys. Like that was it. So I took them for different reasons. So this is the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is the Huda Beauty, what's it called? Faux filter? Or is that the, oh yeah, it is faux filter. What's the Fenty one called? It's something filter. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So the faux filter for Huda Beauty, and then I took 2 Estee Lauder. So my go-to beloved Estee Lauder Double Wear. And then I also took the Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude, which I liked, but I didn't love. This is kind of the wild card, and I was like, why am I taking this? But it actually turned out to be great. So on traveling days, which, you know, you travel, especially when you're like going to Europe, it's, you know, I think from Denver, I flew from LA to Denver. We were home for like a day to like kind of repack our suitcases, and then flew from Denver to London, and then London to Madrid. And sounds like a long flight. It's like a 7.5 hour flight from Denver to straight to London. We had like a 4 hour layover, and then it's like a 2 hour flight, I want to say, to Madrid. Whatever. It's a very, very long day. So on traveling days, I would wear these guys. One of these, because they last. Like this one right here, this is the one I actually used when traveling, like the big intercontinental flight, and it was really, really good. Like this held up amazingly. It covers all your imperfections. You don't see anything. And I felt like I don't crease quite as much on this guy, although you have to be sure you really moisturize well when I was wearing this. The Urban Decay All Nighter, fantastic. I love this foundation, and this is in shade 7.5, 2.0, which is actually my summer shade. So it was a little dark, so I didn't really wear this very much because I was super pale when we went there. But this turned out to be my holy grail foundation in the New Orleans heat. It was like 90 something degrees, 92 degrees with like 88% humidity. I was a mess. I was a hot, sweaty mess the whole time in New Orleans. It was a disaster. But this foundation, this was fantastic. I love this. I kind of had forgotten, not really used it so much because, like I said, it's sort of more of my summer shade. New favorite, or renewed favorite. I love this one. And then in Spain and Portugal, I actually tended to use these guys the most. It wasn't really very warm though. So we were there at the end, like mid-May through early June. And it really was not as warm as most people think of, like Spain. Like I always kind of envisioned Spain being just, you know, warm and Mediterranean and just fantastically hot. But it really wasn't. It was cool most of the time. It was like in the 60s, maybe 70s. I think one day it got up to like 80, and that was like the hottest it ever got. So I wore these a lot, and I actually tended to use, I don't know if you can tell because I've been shaking it around, but this is almost gone. Like it's down to here, and it was almost filled. I used this one, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude, more than anything else, because it's kind of like I was on vacation. I wanted to look good for, you know, pictures of different things and traveling around. But I didn't really want to put in a lot of effort, and I wanted to just kind of be a little more natural, fresh. I don't know. But anyways, I really ended up liking this, and this was my go-to while I was there, and it lasted all day, and still gave good coverage, but it was just a little bit of a lighter foundation. So those are the 4 foundations I took with me. The next in here, my little TSA approved baggie, are my foundation, or my, what are these called? I always call them foundations, and I call them concealers. Get it together. My primers. I think if you've seen any of my other videos, you know these are my go-to. And then I have another one that's actually in the other makeup bag down here. This is my Clean Slate by Tarte primer, which I have actually completely used up. There is nothing left in that guy. So I just kept it in here to show you. I was like, why am I carrying this around with me? But whatever. And then the others, of course, is my Ever Matte Poreless Primer by Becca, which is fantastic for staying matte for all days because I'm extremely oily. The Versali Unicorn Essence. These are the travel size. And then this is my Hourglass Mineral Veil. I actually, even in my regular daily life, I use the travel size. I have the large size of both of these, but these just kind of store my makeup container better, so I just refill them. So I took these, and it was great. It was my go-to primers that I love. So let's see, the next thing in here, I'll show you. This is my little travel mirror. Oh no! The back fell off. And also, this was my first casualty. I don't know how it happened. It just, I don't know, because, yeah, I checked this bag, but it didn't happen when we were actually traveling, and now the back is broken, and the batteries won't stay in. So it is lighted. I'll show you this guy. It opens up. I just got this on Amazon, and I like it, but I'll have to probably get another one because, as you can see, it was, oh, now you can just see my messy room and the light. It broke. It cracked. How many years of bad luck is that? 7? But it's a great little mirror, and I would just like set it on top of my stuff, and then, you know, you turn on the lights. You can't really see them, but there are lights. It is lighted, and this is just a regular mirror, and then these two are magnified. And so it's a great little travel mirror, and I'm really sad that it broke, and now that the back is like popping out, it was just too much. It was too much for my travel mirror. So I'm gonna have to see if I can maybe get another like this. Maybe not this one, maybe one's a little more. I think this was like $15 on Amazon. It was a great investment. It got some good use out of it. I took it to Hawaii when I went there in November. I took it to Toronto in March. Just couldn't survive this 2-month excursion. But I loved having a travel mirror. The next thing that I have in here, this is my lip bag. And honestly, I don't think I used these. I didn't really use any of these except probably my Fenty Gloss Bomb and my L'Oreal, which is like the Color Riche Shine, which is not here because I rated this and was like, I need it. It's my favorite. So I used the Fenty Gloss Bomb, And I think I did test out MAC Patrick Star Spring Collection, the Floral Realness. I tested these out. So we got, this one is called Hey Boy Hey, which is really a pretty color. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I think I used it one night when we went to dinner. And then Sweet Mama Star, I think I used once. A little swatchy-roo of that, Sweet Mama Star. So it's cute. These are really cute. I don't feel like I got enough use out of them to justify carrying them around with me for like 2 months, but they were nice. I took them, and then here's the glosses that go with them as well. So Queen P to kind of go with that one. See the little swatch. It's pretty. I don't think I used this at all. I think I used it one night in the room when I was just hanging out, and my mother was like, "What's on your lips?" And I was like, "Oh, maybe it doesn't. I don't know how it looks." And then this is the one that goes with the Sweet Mama Star. It's called, oh, Mama Star's Kiss. Pretty. Didn't get enough use out of them. I took a lot of my favorites when packing. It was just like the stuff that I reach for on a regular basis and know I love. Like I brought my favorite. This is Damn Gina Gloss, the Kylie Cosmetics Cocoa Collection. My favorite gloss, but it literally stayed at the bottom of my suitcase, didn't use it. And then I did use this, I think, one night. So this is the Kim and Mario Classic K lipstick. It's pretty. It smells like my grandma's lipstick. It smells like you would think a lipstick would smell like. So I did use this once mixed with a liner. So this is the Kylie Cosmetics Brown Sugar Liner, because this is a little light for me, this lipstick. So I pair it with a darker liner, and it's kind of nice. I think I wore it one time in the whole time. I think it was like in Madrid. I wore it to dinner. Not worth it. Didn't need to take that. And then also this is another favorite lipstick of mine. This is Tarte Siesta. I love this color. Didn't wear it. I was just not I was not feeling lipsticks at that time. I was like, I'm on vacation. I don't feel like wearing lipsticks. I just throw on a little gloss and call it good. Then I took 3 more liners. This is kind of a brown, and then this is like a light pink and a dark pink. These are all, this one's Maybelline, and then these 2 are Rimmel. So Maybelline and 2 Rimmels. They're good. Didn't use them. And then finally 2 Kylie. These are both the Velvet Liquid Lips. I like these a lot better than the mattes. It was Commando and Birthday Suit from the last summer collection. I don't remember what it was called, but like summer 2017 collection. Didn't wear them. It kind of took up space and didn't need to. So that was that. I think the rest in this bag, I also kept my beauty blenders in this bag. I took them out because I didn't want them to get like, if they were still slightly damp or moldy, I didn't want them to get dirty. So I took them out and washed them. But I kept them in here. I also took my beauty blender solid so I could clean my beauty blenders while I was gone, because I was like, that's gross. I took 4, which was kind of a good number because I tend to use them twice. I'll use a brush and then I'll use a beauty blender, and I'll use them like for 2 days in a row, which might be kind of gross, but I feel like it's just my face, and so I didn't really care. And then I'd clean them after that. So it actually was a pretty good system. So that was everything that was in that one little bag. Let's move on and check out the gems in here. In the first little pouch here, so after you do your foundation, I would go in and have my concealers. So I took my 3 go-to concealers. These are the Tarte ones in Tan Sand, Light, Medium, and Light Sand to like super highlight and brighten. These are great. These are my everyday go-to anyways. I'm so glad that I had them, and I loved them. They weren't really a new product. I just, sorry, I'm trying to like, these are a little too long and they like slide underneath and you can't get them out. Sorry. So I'll show you what I was trying to struggle with. So then these is my go-to purple eyeliner. I don't really use, you know how I use black liner, black shadow as a liner, so I didn't really take a black eyeliner, but I did take this. This is the Almay, it's the color Amethyst. It's just a little screw up liner in purple. It's one of my favorites. I took that guy, and then this is a MAC eye pencil. Really skinny little guy. Eyebrow pencil. So I took that. And then this actually was a new product that I was testing out from BoxyCharm. This is the Brow Gal from Tanya Crooks. It looks like Tanya Crooks The Brow Gal. So it's Instant Brown Hair O2 Tinted Brow Gel with microfibers. So you unscrew it, and it has this little guy, really, really tiny little spoolie. I really enjoyed this. I really, really enjoyed this. I use this every day. I used this once and hated it because I really hate super dark, heavy brows, but this was just enough. I loved it. And then I took my two favorite mascaras, and this one I like mentioned in another video how much I love it. So this is the Butter London Double Decker Mascara. I love it. I love it, 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 I love it. It's amazing, it's fantastic. And then here's my Benefit Roller Lash. I like to put this on the lower lashes and then on the top lashes to begin with to kind of lengthen and separate. And then I go in with this just on the top to really add volume and definition. I'm not wearing it today because it was still packed in here, but that's my technique, how I like it. And then the last thing in this container is my Too Faced glitter glue, which I'm so happy I had. I think I'll actually go into palettes next. I'm so happy I brought this with me because I was trying out a new palette. This is the ColourPop Golden State of Mind palette, which is an all shimmer palette. I was kind of like, why am I taking this? I was really kind of on the fence, and I was like, what palettes do I want? What palettes am I going to use? What's going to be really versatile? And so what I ended up doing, and why I decided to take this palette as opposed to some others, was the two palettes that I took. I only really took, well, that's a lie. I took 4 small palettes and 2 large palettes. But in general, especially the 2 large palettes that I took. So these are my 2 favorite palettes of like the moment. So this is the Kristen Dominique Latte palette. As you can see, I've hit pan on this guy because I love it and I like start every eye look with it. But it's great, but it's fairly neutral. All of these are like super neutral. The shimmers are pretty neutral. It's just these 2 pops of colors, but I love doing this purple. I love that purple. It's like my favorite color. But super neutral and mostly matte. Like it's, you know, all these on top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mattes, 3 shimmers. And then I took the Just Peachy Mattes palette by Too Faced, which is another favorite of mine. But it's, again, it's a total matte palette. All of them. And fairly neutral. I mean, it's warm neutrals, but this one's pretty bright, and this one's a fun color. But other than that, they're pretty all neutral shades and all matte. So I decided to take this ColourPop one because I was like, well, if I have 2 primarily neutral palettes, then I can add some shimmer to kind of change things up. And I'm so glad that I took this. It's gorgeous. Like this one right here, this is Watch Out. It's such a unique shade. And this one in the middle, Girlfriend. It is like it looks white, but it's actually like duochrome. So let me see if I can swatch these and show you guys. So this first one is that Watch Out shade that's like super iridescent. There. Look at that. It's just such a cool, it has like a really cool shift. And then this one is the one that looks white, but is actually just like straight up like iridescent purple. Oh, it's so cool. It's like the coolest color. And then here's like a really pretty coppery gold color, which I actually just got like a ton of use out of that because it's just like, look at that. Really pretty. So I was skeptical about taking this palette, but ended up being a great choice. I loved it. Loved it. Okay. So those are the 4 eyeshadow. Oops, I'm dropping stuff. Those are the 3 larger eyeshadow palettes that I took. And then I did also take some small little mini ones. So in this middle section, so I took 2 Huda Beauty palettes. So I took the Smoky Obsessions and the Warm Brown Obsessions. Mostly I took this one for the black. I know, I'm extra. But this is the black shadow that I like to use as my liner. So I use this pretty much every day. The others are nice, and these shimmers are really nice, but mostly I took this just for the black. and it's small and compact. It was fine. I hadn't really used this one very much before going on the trip. I also have the mauve obsessions one. I'd use that one more. This one I'd used maybe like just a handful of times before the trip, but on the trip I really started to love this, like love it. And you know, I can really do like a whole look using just this palette, which I was like, I loved it, and it was really nice and really quick. You know, this one to start, just fluffing it all over the lid. You know, this one to kind of I'd mix these two to kind of, you know, warm up the crease. This one if I want to add a little more pop of color, and then, you know, mix some of these to like darken up the corner. And then if I want to add a little gold, just to zhuzh it up, it was great. I loved it. And then of course I have the two Patrick Star MAC Spring Collection palettes. To be honest, I got more use out of this one. I love this color and this pink. Although mixing, let me see if I can show you. This pink shimmer is gorgeous. So I'm going to swatch it in the back of my hand. Can you see that? It's so pretty. Such a pretty color. And then to layer that, this purple one. So this is in the Stay With Me palette, this purple shimmer from the Stay With Me layered on top of that pink. Can you see? Like when you mix the two together, it's such a pretty color. So I did use these quite a bit just for those two colors. So that's all the eyeshadow that I took, which I know is a lot. But, you know, I was gone for a long time, so I don't really feel like it's that bad. The one thing I was kind of missing through all of these palettes was a really great brow bone color and like inner corner. Normally I like some of those lighter colors from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, but I was like, I'm not taking that. That's way too big. So what I did was I kind of compromised with my highlighters. So I used this guy. This is from Fenty, and so this is the Mean Money and Hustler Baby, and it's the lighter colors. So I really love these. So I would do the lighter one that's not quite as shimmery as a brown bone highlight, and then I'd take, so that is Mean Money. Then I'd take Hustler Baby as like an inner corner highlight. So that was really, really great. And you know, I could put it on as an actual highlight. So this was like triple use, one little thing. Was awesome. And then I also, I literally can't live without, ba-bam, my Trophy Wife. I love Trophy Wife. I love Trophy Wife. It's such a pretty color. I can't live without it, so I took it with me. As far as other highlights go, I just took two little mini small ones. I took this ColourPop. This is one of their Super Shock Cheek palettes. This is in the color Wisp, which is an awesome. I love these cream ColourPop shadows because they last a really long time, which is great for traveling. So let's see, let me show you. Wisp. It's pretty light, but I like to put this on first and then I'll layer another highlight on top. So this, you know, I'll mix with a little highlight, little Fenty is really pretty. Or I also took this little mini guy. So this is a mini Becca, and this is in the color Rose Gold, just pink. So depending on what my eye look was, I have some choices to play with my highlighter. But this, you know, layered over top of the Wisp, really, you can't really see that. Why can't you see it? It's not showing up. It really like zhuzhes it up, and it was pretty. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's see here. Powder. I took one powder, my favorite powder, Too Faced, just peachy or peach perfect. It's my favorite powder. I love it. Setting powder, baking powder, everything. It's great. I did take this one. I kind of forgot. I did take this too. This is the Sephora Micro Smooth, and this is in the color Sand. I use this as like a finishing powder to kind of just put all over the place. Veil some stuff. So this is in the color Medium 30 in Sand. So I did take this, but mostly it was just this guy. This was my go-to every single day. Love it. Love, love, love. Love it. Let's see here. I'm gonna go through, I guess I took 3 blushes, which I'll show you next. I didn't take my favorite Tarte blush, which was surprising. I took a different one. This one was slightly brighter in pink. It's called Blushing Bride, but it's a really, really pretty, it's a pretty, like, just a neutral pink to add a little, it's not very bright. You have to really build it up, but I love it. It's right here. I don't know if you can see, it's just right there. It's pretty, it's a pretty color. I also took my California if I felt like I needed something a little bit brighter, because this one's a very poppy, corally color, which I love. It was great. And then I took this one. And this one, I don't know what color. This is from Studio Makeup, and it's a loose powder blush. I can see I have a ton in here. You can see, yeah, there we go. It's like my favorite color. I'm really into, like, you know, dusty rose. I'm gonna swatch here. It's just a really nice, like, dusty rose blush. And then, I don't know, the loose powder, it just works so well. It's very light wash of color. It's beautiful. I love it. I really love it. So those are the 3 blushes that I took. And then moving on along, I took my Too Faced. This is the chocolate gold. This I actually like to use kind of on my chest and my neck to kind of, because I don't go outside, and so my face gets tan more quickly than like my neck, or, you know, just to kind of like tan everything, make it all look the same. I like this guy. It has a little bit of shimmer, so it's really great. You can also use it on, like, you know, your décolletage to make it pop a little bit more. Just some contouring. This is a good one. Of course, can't live with my contour shade and light palette. This is a new one that I got, and I almost started hitting pan on this guy. I love it. I love this. It's a classic, and it's a go-to, and it works really well. It's fantastic. And then let me show you the last 2. And these were in the lid. So you unzip it. Unzip these guys, and these were in the lid. And so these actually. Okay, I'm back. I accidentally knocked the microphone on the floor, so I had to go crawl down and grab it, but we're good. So I'm going to show you the last 2 makeup products that I took. So this is back on the bronzing contour train. This was another casualty, and this was new. I took a new one with me on the trip and broke it. Well, I didn't break the powder, so, you know, it could be worse. These are intact. So this is the KKW Bronzing Contour Kit in the color medium. I love these. I love these too. The highlights are meh. They're fine. I want to try the new ones. I really want to try those out. I actually bought them. Maybe I'll try them and test them out. But I love these 2, and then you can see what happened here. I broke it. I broke the mirror. It's another 7 years of bad luck. So I'm up to 14. Ah! And so that happened sometime in Spain / Portugal. I don't know where. And then this is the new Marc Jacobs Coconut Bronzer in the color Tantastic, which is fantastic. It's a little bit light for my skin tone, especially after I got a little more bronze. But it's really nice on lighter days where I don't want to go like full contour. I just kind of want to have a little bit of color. I love this guy. This, I know exactly when it happened. It fell out of my makeup bag at home when I was in Colorado and fell into the sink. And I broke this mirror. Look, there's like a little piece missing. 21 years of bad luck. Come my way. Great. Great. But anyways, that is all the makeup I took. Really quickly, I don't know if you're interested, but I'll just show the brushes. So I take this. Both these containers are from Morphe. This came with the Jaclyn Hill collection of her favorite brushes. I use it for everything. So these I use for my big face brushes because I love just being able to lie this down and pull my brushes from this. So some of my favorites, this is the R2. I use this obviously for big bronzer, and then to contour I use this one. This is the R10. My favorite powder brush is all dirty. I just got back. This is the Airbrush Blurring Powder from It Cosmetics. It's great. My Y6, my M439 for foundation, and then let's see, here's another, this is the Y7, it's another great foundation brush. Then I have a couple Sephora highlighting brushes in here, which I really like. I especially like this flat one. So this is the number 73. It's a flat brush. I love this for the cream highlighter. So like I use that with the ColourPop cream highlighter. It's awesome. And then I like this guy for a powder highlight. This is the number 79. These are both Sephora collection. They're great. And then in this guy is all my like smaller brushes, like eye brushes and things. Again, super dirty because I haven't washed them since I got home. But basically the other things, I use this one. This is a Sephora. This is just called the buffing brush. I can speak. Yes, I can. I like this to just blend my contour. I don't use it for anything else. I don't actually put powder on. I just blend out my contour with this guy. My really dirty M530. This is a goat hair bristle. I really only like natural hair bristles for blush. So that's a really good one. This is the 510 highlighting brush. The best brush for trophy wife because it doesn't give you too much product. It's great. Favorite, I actually had two of these, but I gave one to my mother because she really liked it and she needed it. So this is the 438, which is perfect for putting on powder under the eyes. Setting the powder and then also highlighting. So I used to have two of these before when I went on the trip, then gave one to my mom and she loves it. This is the E47 from Morphe. I use this to nose contour because it's flat and I just kind of contour my nose. And then the rest of these are all eyeshadow brushes, which is a ton. A ton of eyeshadow brushes. I have some Morphe in here. I have some Sephora. I have, I don't know this brand, Zoeva. I have the vintage cosmetics brushes. So I have a ton of brushes, mostly blending brushes. I have some flat packing brushes. I have some buffer brushes. I have some like tiny detail brushes for like inner corner, brow bone, etc., etc., etc. But mostly just a whole collection. Since my color palette was pretty neutral, it didn't really matter. And like I did have the Beauty Blender cleaner, so I did some of them that are getting really dirty. If I use one with like the blue eyeshadow in the MAC Patrick Star collection or like a red, I'd clean that. But these survived. These now all need to be cleaned. And now that I'm back. So that is my makeup collection. I'm super untech savvy, so I need to figure out how to get the pictures from my camera onto my computer so I can like edit them and post them online. But as soon as I do that, you should definitely check out my Instagram. I will leave the information down here. It's just It's Ifton. My Twitter, my Snapchat, they're all It's Ifton, so follow me on all my socials and keep checking back. Subscribe, turn on the notifications. I'm back. I'm gonna get in the swing of things, posting videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later.